Good afternoon from a very muggy, recently wet but now dry Peterborough. I've been wanting to do this for some time, so I'm going to do it now. I've had it requested a few times, but earlier I didn't feel as though it was the right time, but now it is. So I'm going to do a review on the QK15 Combi filter from Queni Koi in Leicester. I've got a list of items that I want to go through, a pair of glasses and a pen, and I will be honest with my review. Let's go. So this is the QK15 Combi Bio drum filter. If you are outside of the UK, this will be available from Holland from a company called DVS-Filtertechniek, marketed by the prefix CL15. Now, I got this off Queni Koi, and I do believe they've been superseded, so make sure that you do some checks beforehand. I think it's been superseded by the QK, I think it's 22 or 25, I'm not sure. But anyway, I bought this is a QK15. Why did I buy a drum? Basically, I wanted ease of use. Is it better than any other filter? No. Any other filter, as long as it gives you quality water and your parameters are always stable and spot on and your fish are happy, then that's probably the best filter for you. I wanted to make my life easier, and so many people said, if you get a drum, your life will be easier. I bought a drum and it's easier. That's about it. So let me just go through this notepad and then we'll talk about this filter. So the dimensions for this filter are all online, readily available to download. The specs the same, they can be downloaded either from Queni Koi or from DVS-Filtertechniek. So first off is, why did I buy excuse me, why did I buy this drum in particular? This drum basically sold itself to me because, despite the fact that I looked at Filtro, I looked at Burton's, I looked at Profi Drum, I looked at all of them, this is the drum with the dimensions that I required. Not because of how much it cost or that it was a fancy name, it was the dimensions that sold it to me. So that made buying it very, very easy. And as you've seen in previous videos, it fits perfectly where I wanted it. No disrespect to any of the other drums, they probably perform really, really well, but it's this one I had to choose because of the dimensions. So what is its capacity? Now this is a little bit of a contentious point, because I've seen fractional differences in the gallonage. Now I've seen 3,400 gallons maximum, and I've just basically read 3,300 gallons maximum, or 15 cubic meters if you work by that sizing. They do a pump bed version, but it specifically says that it's 30% less capacity than a gravity bed version. I just thought I'd point that out. This particular model has 2 outlets at 110 and 2 inlets at 110. The larger versions and the different variants of this drum come with side entry and multiple inlets and multiple outlets, and I'm quite certain that you can custom design and custom request how many inlets and how many outlets you want by speaking to my queues of Queni Koi, or if you're outside the UK, DVS-Filtertechniek. Right on cue, it's cleaning, so sorry about the noise. There we go, it's finished. Right, UV placement. Always a contentious issue, and the UV is not part of the drum filter package. It is an extra, but it's something to consider. Queni Koi specifically said that it goes in the dirty side, down at low level, exactly where the inlet is. I can totally appreciate that. Many of you say that it should go in the drum side. Some say the dirty side is fine, and for reasons that I've discussed on another video, my UV is now in the dirty side. That's not an argument point or a discussion point, that's just my preference. UV. The screen in the drum is 75 microns. I'll just lift this up and then you can have a look inside. So as you see there, 75 micron. I believe that other models may have a higher value for the screen. I think it might be maybe 100, maybe 120. So this might jump around, but I've just got to follow my script, sorry. There is a 2-year warranty on this drum, apart from the filter screen, probably the most wearable item in here. Be aware. It is a plug and play system. Now, I did watch a review of a Profi drum by a gentleman some time back, and he was having horrendous issues getting it up and running. Possibly advertised as plug and play, but because he had to supply cable glands, it wasn't plug and play. I can safely say that as an electrician, this is a plug and play drum filter. You supply power, you put the sensor plug in, and it works. That's it. Just plug in your pumps, plug in your UV, and it's away. It just works absolutely perfect. It comes on a pallet, very nicely packed, very safe, and will require this one at least 2 people to carry it and move it around. Be aware. The bio chamber, and again there are some fluctuations with information on what this will actually take. 125 litres of helix if you use helix, but then that changes to 100 litres of helix. I'm not sure why, so don't ask, I don't know. When I bought this off Queni, I was offered 100 litres of micro K1, which I already had, or standard K1. I'm not sure if the K1 Plus was available at that time. That may be offered now, but don't quote me on that. So I've got 100 litres of micro K1 in that moving bed. As I said earlier, this is made in Holland. The material that is used is polypropylene, 10 millimeters and 15 millimeters throughout, depending on the amount of support the individual items are required. There is a 3-probe system fitted at the back, so you can read about that online, and that basically is decided when the cleaning regime needs to start, in which case the filter will run, when it needs to stop, and the long probe is the protection for your dry run pumps. Just in case you lose water, there is a relay within the control box, and that will turn your pump off. A negative. This has got 2 outlets, I've got 2 pumps, and fortunately being an ex-electrician, I had to add a second relay so both pumps will stop in the event of low water level. Just having one on and having 2 outlets or more, I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's cost saving, I don't know, but that's what I had to do. Down at the bottom, hopefully you can see, let's try another way, is a 19mm disc. There is one either side. In the event that your drum fails or fails to turn and you basically need to start passing water through, to bypass this you can knock those plugs out easily by hand. They just pop out, the water will then flow. So at that time you won't have the correct filtration, but at least you can keep things running. The waste is 110mm, and that's why I fitted the standard soil pipe, sewerage pipe. Installed, and I like this feature. Underneath all this micro K1 is the cleaning pump. This basically draws clean water from the bio section, pumps it through the 3 spray nozzles to clean the sieve. I've noticed that other models do have the cleaning pump external to the drum filter, and I'm not a big fan of that, but you pay as your money, you taste your choice. There's a 27cm air disc on the base of this bio chamber, and I've just run an Evolution Aqua to provide that. Earlier it was a little bit, shall we say, vigorous, almost like a volcano, but previous videos I've shown you that I've actually vented some of the air off just to calm this down, and that's worked nice. One of the things to overcome as well, it comes with just a standard spigot, and you've got to get a 20 to 25mm elbow or a different kind of pipe in order to join this. This was quite awkward. It went from imperial to most of what my other pipe work is to metric, and that creates 1 or 2 little issues, but not much. What is required power wise, this is the power to the cleaning pump, which is 5 bar. That comes with a plug on, and that plugs into there. On mine and my circulation pump I have 2, that's 1, that's 2, and the power for the drum filter itself is plugged in there. Again, plug and play system, plug on the end, straight in, done. And this is the motor drive to do just that job. So like I said, cable with a plug on, cable with a plug on, plug it in, and away we go. The 3 sensors come with a cable on the back with a multi-plug, and that sits on the underside, and that's your operation for your sensors to operate your cleaning sequence. You have a manual cleaning button also, and an isolator. In order to fasten this to the wall, you have to take off these plastic strips and these plastic knockouts, and then carefully push them back in just to keep everything neat. The operating level is quite finite. I think it's about 14 centimeters. So the top edge of the unit itself must be no more than 14 centimeters from the water level. Now, a subscriber suggested that the underside of the drum If you put different sizes of wood or plastic, you can actually fine-tune the level if you're available to take the drum in and out until you get it accurate. I was on my own, I had to do it right first time, and fortunately I got there. All the parts are quickly interchangeable, and to be honest there's not many. Everything comes with screws attached, the waste chute, lots of things just drop off for cleaning. Spray bar can be uncoupled, pump can be removed. It's all pretty much easily fixed and maintained. Now, like I said, I got this from Queni, and I believe it was the last model that Queni was holding before they upgraded to the new model. So I'm sure it's the QK22 or 25, but check out the website. If you need any more details on my unit, please get in touch with me. If you are interested in buying a drum filter and from Queni, speak to my Q's over at Queni Koi, and I'm sure he'll help you out. And no, I'm not getting paid by Queni, so calm down. Would I buy this again? Absolutely I would. This, for me, like I've mentioned on other videos, I feel as though I've cheated the koi world by cancelling any cleaning. This just cleans itself. The intervention I've got is 0.5% rather than getting into the pit and cleaning out the easy pods, which I didn't mind, that was part of the deal. But this has taken away all that. This is such an easy system. Cost. Yes, they are expensive. People work in different budgets. Some people have to basically make things themselves to get around the cost. This unit was £3,040. Eye-watering amount of money. Choose what kind of budget you're in. It is still an expensive piece of kit. 2-year warranty. Hopefully this will last my lifetime out, because I won't be buying another. I won't be able to afford another. Marks out of 10, I'd say easily 9.8. 9.8. You have to, well, I had to cut the lid in order to get the cable in, because this UV was supposed to go in there, but because of this door I wouldn't have been able to open it without risk of damage. So I had to cut the lid, which for me is better than actually boring a big hole in the bottom of this unit. When I said that it was polypropylene, I did actually drill into this section and started getting metal swarf, so it looks as though this is reinforced with metal within the polypropylene, which is a big plus. Nice etched top, easy to clean, nice and neat, works a treat. I have no idea what to say next. Thoroughly happy with my purchase. Yes, there are other drums, there are other sieves, there are other Nexuses out on the market. This is the one that I wanted, and that's not to say that all the others I didn't believe would do a good job. This was just personal choice only. If you are able to create a filter or buy a filter that gives you perfect water quality and keeps your fish healthy, then that clearly is the filter for you. I wanted an easy life and I got a drum. So I hope that helps. Anybody need any further information that I might not have covered inadvertently, please get in touch with me. If not, go to Queni Koi for more details, or DVS-Filtertechniek in Holland if you're outside the UK. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye.